Describe an embarrassing moment that you faced. Life is full of different emotions and situations. Feelings, embarrassment, or disgusting situations would be happening one way or other. I would like to describe an embarrassing incident that happened few years ago when my son was young. I took him to a rather sophisticated hotel for a family dinner. It was meant to be a pleasant and refined evening, but quickly it turned into a mortifying experience. The restaurant had an elegant ambience with soft lighting and a neatly arranged cutlery and impeccably dressed guests. And I remember feeling slightly self conscious because it was more upscale than the places we usually visited. My son, who was quite young at the time, was already restless. I tried to keep him occupied with small talk and coloring book, but the children, as we know, are wonderfully unpredictable. When I was momentarily distracted by a conversation, it was with a relative. He suddenly reached for his glass of juice. In a split of second, the entire glass toppled over, spilling bright orange juice across the pristine white tablecloth. Unfortunately, that wasn't the end of it, and in his attempt to fix the situation, he knocked down over a bowl of salad and sent the cutlery clattering onto the floor. The noise echoed through the otherwise serene dining area, and every head turned in our direction. I could literally feel my face flushing with embarrassment, and for a brief moment, I was utterly flustered. However, I realized that reacting with anger would only escalate the situation. So instead of scolding him publicly, I took a deep breath, offered an apologetic smile to the surrounding guests, and calmly asked the staff for assistance. So, the waiters were surprisingly gracious and reassured me that such mishaps were common when children are there. I gently took my son aside and spoke to him in a composed but firm tone, explaining why his behavior was inappropriate and how it affected others, rather than humiliating him as well as myself. I used it as a teaching moment. He seemed to understand and became noticeably quieter afterwards. And in retrospect, the incident taught me a great deal how patience and composure, embarrassing situations are inevitable, especially as a parent. But what truly matters is how we handle them. So, by staying calm and addressing the issue maturely, I managed to salvage the evening and, more importantly, instill a valuable lesson in my child. So, it was overall a wonderful experience. So, embarrassing moments will occur one way or other, either within the family in public places, but it all depends on how we handle rather complicating and making the situation worse. Thanks for the opportunity given to me in order to describe this particular embarrassing situation.